And okay, still live on TtvUganda official. Masesco gets a free kick. Masesco is a free kick in a very deadly position for Masindi Ameses. It's in a deadly position, and if you get someone who really knows what to do with the ball, and we expect this could be a chance for Masesco, a golden chance for Masesco coming up here. It's a free kick in a very deadly position for Masindi, a senior secondary school. Masesco in the red jersey, and of course, in a very dangerous position for Masindi Ameses. And in case this doesn't go into the goal, we shall be knowing that the take is not that perfect. And of course, goalkeeper gets this well. The goalkeeper of Masindi Ameses grabs it well and of course puts the goal kick wide. Of course, team Masesco are still proving to be a better team so on the pitch, but of course Masindi Ameses also are showing that they are not bad. They are also a good team on the pitch. Still goalless here, live from PTS Cavalier. A PTS Cavalier ground, of course, PTS is a police training school, Cavalier. And this game is coming live here from Cavalier in Masindi Municipality. We are in the finals of the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association. And it is Masesco which beat out Cavalier Secondary School, featuring now Masindi Ameses, which did beat that, of course, Green Valley in the penalty shootouts after goalless draw. Masindi Ameses progressed with a 5-4 in penalty shootouts, and Masesco progressed to the finals with 3-2 in penalty shootouts against Kabalega SS, one of the legendary schools in the region and the country. And of course, here goalkeeper Masesco with the ball, taking a goal kick for Masesco. Takes it while, of course, Masesco are still trying to press hard, and Masindi Ameses also getting better chances here now. But better chances, Masindi Ameses still leading the way is a defender of Masesco, and still goalless here at PTS Cavalier grounds. PTS Cavalier is of course the only police training school in the country, and we are in the barracks here bringing you live this game. And still goalless here, referee Colina is the center referee and is assisted by Ochi. On the other side, we have, that is Kasangaki, also in this game. And a number of teachers are here, a number of the teachers are here, but mostly a staff of Masindi Ameses and the staff of Masindi Secondary School, and the OBs, all the students of both schools, and the current students and some other football lovers are also here at Cavalier cheering up at different schools. And that is how it goes. Still goalless here. And of course, Masindi Ameses is trying to press harder. But of course, Masesco are showing that they are also better in defending. And that is Coach Godwin Insamba. And of course, Godwin Insamba is against now Mawazo Isma, who happens to be the coach of, and of course, Masindi Ameses. Remember, Mawazo Isma is the guy behind the success of Pius, one of the best midfielders we have currently in the district. And of course, Godwin is also is behind the success of JB, one of the deadly wingers. We are seeing the coaches trying to bring on instructions into this game, and we are seeing that they need some changes, of course, on the pitch. They are trying to command their players well, and everything needs to be moving well. But of course, Masesco are pressing there. So Masesco, and they need to get that early goal in half time. But Masindi Ameses also shows that they are still defending better. Still goalless, Masesco, and of course, Masindi Ameses. At TtvUganda, we do a couple of things, a couple of activities. And at TtvUganda, if you have parties, you have things to do like funerals and what, we shall be doing live coverage. And here we are covering you live the finals of the secondary schools, Masindi Municipality. And it is Masesco, Masindi Senior Secondary School, still goalless here, partially it out with Masindi Ameses. And the game is still on, very interesting and very cool temperatures. and of course a better pitch here also, and everything is on. The temperatures, the taste is still good. Masindi Ames is trying to press now. So Masindi Ames, of course, the goalkeeper Masesco grabs it without any difficulties. It takes up a long goal kick to look for his number 3. Masesco are trying to press on. Sorry now. It's counter. When you hear a lot of noise and cheering up, just know it's a deadly man, JB.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are still live and making it happen here at Cavalier PTS as the guys are battling themselves to see who is who in this champion. Of course, ladies, this must be a penalty. This must be a penalty. It's a penalty, ladies and gentlemen. Very soon it will be a penalty. My God.
And not only a penalty, but also a yellow card for Masindi Ameses.
It's a yellow card and a penalty for Masesco.
This is a double punishment. Double punishment here, penalty, a yellow card to Masindi Ameses. And Masesco with a penalty, and this is JB.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee says a penalty.
JB Justin. He has a lot of goals to his name. JB did score in his first game for Masesco 7 goals.
My goodness.
The second game he did score 4 goals, and he's back on the penalty spot for Masesco. This could be a golden chance and the first goal for Masesco in the halftime of this game.
Maybe Ronaldo, the goalkeeper, may be one of the tough people we have never seen around.
We can just wait and see. It's one-on-one JB against Ronaldo, the goalkeeper Masindi Ames. JB! Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, goal!
He can't miss that. Masesco JB finds the back of the net in these early minutes for the Masesco. Masindi Ames is now trailing by a goal to nil. Masesco is leading.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic and so cool. We have never seen. Of course, we can see the referee says it's a goal for Masindi Secondary School. Now it's leading 1-0, and of course it has come from the penalty. You can see the guys, the celebration they're doing. What do you think now on Imran?
I'm expecting, of course, Masesco to look for more goals.
Yes, sir.
But Ame will need to defend at the same time to look for an equalizer.
Of course.
And when they don't look for the equalizer in a better way,
yes,
they may concede another more goal to their side. And of course, the game is now 1-0, and JB is the reason to why we have this difference of the results. And fans are continuing to cheer up, and they're saying this is what we wanted. The Masesco,
and of course, this is just the 19th minute.
Yeah,
it's just the 19th minute. We don't know what it's and where it will end from.
And of course, Masesco is leading this game. Masindi Ames is trying to press harder to look for an equalizer. As earlier on said, Masesco had the better chances of winning this game. Well, let's just wait and see if they can build up on this one goal to grab more goals to their team. But of course, it was a penalty after one of the players was brought down for Masesco. And then, of course, we did see that being put in by one and only JB, one of the most brilliant guys on the pitch, under the leadership of Coach Godwin Insamba. It's Godwin 1 and Ismail 0 so far. And Masesco, JB again in the box. JB wants to look for another second goal. I tell you, these guys are a bit deadly, and of course, more work for Masindi Ames as coaches. We now need to look for how to change the results. And referee that is calling says it is a goal kicker for the Masindi Ames. Masindi Ames still goalless here.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, I will give you the lineup for Masindi Secondary School, and of course, I'm going to be giving you the lineup for the goal, which is making it the other side for Masindi Ames Secondary School. Of course, we can see in Masesco, goalkeeper is Kirungi Eden, and of course, we can see just number 2, Amurungi Pike. We have Kato James. We have Abdul Israel. We have Abtareka Barugahera. We have Mogisa Kasim. We have Kato Anthony. We have Ambindu Genesius. We have Matayo Eddie. We have Yaruhanga Johnson. We have Talemwa James. Of course, it's a 1-0 that's making it for Masesco, topping this. And of course, this is just the 21st minute. Of course, it must be the 21st minute. so far 1 minute past. But of course, we can see the one and only services to Gume Solomon, Sida Patrick, Mohenda Arafat, Murongia Henry, Humuza Max Pasiano, Abitegeka Simon Fred, Angunya Bernard, and of course we can see the team manager Mukisa Zeb Joel. We can see Nsamba Godwin as the head coach of Masindi Secondary School. We can see Tumusime Stewart as the team doctor, and of course the official is Mukisa Zeb Joel. What do you think? Give us the lineup for the other school, which is making it round at the other point.
Okay, and of course, bringing you the lineup of the other team, and that is Masindi Army SS. We will need to see how this really happens. And of course, for Masindi Army SS, it is Michael Asimwe in between the posts. Of course, it's Lazarus Elu Ngata for Masindi Army SS. And now it's Michael Asimwe, Waman Godfrey, Abwambale Joshua, Waman Sharif. And of course, David Tuhaiwe, there is Ayota Peace. There is Obenmon Pius. Pius, this is a deadly midfielder. You can need to watch this game. And of course, Yasin Bright. And there is Ocheng Moses alongside Dennis Atuhaire. That is for Team Masindi Army SS. And on the bench, we are seeing Kapatruot. That is Joseph Opio Kefas, Bagonza Arnold, and Yesiga Ronnie, Wembabazi Deo Gracias, Johnson Wamani, and Lutaya Abdul Rahim. Of course, Ismail coach, that is Ismail Mawazo, is a coach, and of course, is being assisted here by Mukanga. And another person is Turia Gumanawe Richard, the team manager, alongside Busy Mungu Jr. That is that for Team Masindi Army SS, and the game is still on as Masesco lead by a goal to nil just after 33 minutes played of this game. And you can just wait and see. Masesco are trying to look for another goal. Masesco are trying to press it harder here now. They miss it out. Masesco have just missed another golden chance, and of course, it is not yet over until it is over for Team Masesco here. Masesco are trying to look for another second goal before the halftime whistle goes. And of course, the game is still on. A prayer has been brought out, and the referee Colina says it is a foul against Masesco. It's a foul, and of course, the free kick against Masesco, foul against Masindi Army SS. And so far, things are going on well. Live at PTS Cavalier. Live at PTS Cavalier. And the environment is okay for this game. The intensity is fine. And everything is okay. And that is Masesco. Masesco are still leading by a goal to nil. And of course, 0. And that is Masindi Army SS. And that is how we bring it here live on the TTV Uganda. And the game is still on. Masindi Army SS looking for one equalizer. Can they get it? We can just wait and see. This is what is happening here at Cavalier. And Masindi Army SS. Remember, this team of Masesco is the same team that is playing at the Balam Easter Cup under Coach Godwin. And it is named as Brilliant FC. And it is here a school team now for Masesco. We could say that being a coordinated team and playing in different tournaments, and these kids, these players could be knowing themselves better. That's how they're performing. But of course, Masindi, SS presses it here. Oh, what a miss. And the goalkeeper, that is Aiden for Masesco, complains that why can't you do this? Why do you do this? Of course, Masesco almost considered an equalizer from Masindi SS, but it was just missed out here for that is a team Masindi SS. And of course, we can see at 25 minutes played of this game. Things are still on. The game is still on. And everything is right. Masesco are trying to move from the left wing. So sorry, that is Masesco. Just miss it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Muksai Kabale PTS. Of course, we can see Masindi Secondary School featuring up with Masindi Army Secondary School. And of course, we are trying to make it happen. So far, 1-0 in favor of Masindi Army, in favor of Masindi Secondary School. Of course, the match started exactly some minutes back, and of course so far we are in the 28th minute. We are expecting this to happen and to make it happen live from the command center. Of course, Emroni Munduparaka himself, the girl, is trying to see what's happening and what's trending right away straight from Cavalier Police Training School. Thank you so much for those who are still live. You can predict and give your comment Who is likely to win this? Can Masindi Secondary School equalize this? Can Masindi Army Secondary School equalize this? And we see if they can also compete for penalties. But we don't know. All the goalkeepers are set because somebody being selected is one whom they think is right, making it happen. But of course, most of the questions are most of the people asking, why is it that the match has been put in Kabarie at Kabarie Police Training School? Yet we have the stadium. Of course, at the first half of the minute, we shall have a one and only the games in charge. And of course, if not the district chairperson, we shall have maybe the representative or one of the committee to ensure that they explain to us what's happening. But of course, they are trying to ensure pushing to ensure that this happens as an equalizer so that they can see who wins the Masindi Municipality USSA 2023.
Okay, just like Joel Tinkasimire has brought it clear that we need to know why this game was put at Kabarie PTS grounds, but it's, I think, on grounds of discipline. And of course, remember last year we did see a lot of chaos as Masesco beat Kabarega and at Masindi Town, and now this is why this game could have been brought to Kabarie. And I suspect this game was supposed to be played at Masindi Artillery Division Barracks. Just because Masindi MSS are into the finals, it would be an advantage for the Masindi team, Masindi MSS team. They would look as if they are on their own pitch, and of course would be an added advantage at one side. Now they decided to opt out to have this game on a neutral ground at PTS Kabarie. Referee Colina, a center referee, saying some things, and of course we are looking at a lot of people for this game. Of course, Chairman DFA Masindi Murshidi Arugaba is also right here, trying to follow up this game, and the head teachers for both teams, teacher Kabarega SS, that is Andrew Mwesugu, is also here. Boma FC president is also here watching. Boma head coach is also here watching. That's Naito Kachambia, and a lot of guys are also following up this game here live from Kabarie PTS grounds. And we are saying that there is something done here, and it's a foul for team Masindi Army SS. So far, one goal for Masesco, and Masindi Army SS are still counting goalless here at PTS Kabarie. We're expecting nothing else than some good game of football. A good game of football, and the referee says there is offside. Referee says offside. Okay, the game is still on, and a lot of fans here, the spectators are expecting more goals in this game. I don't know, Masesco, they are yearning for goals as if they haven't got one yet to their side. The fans are still demanding more goals, but remember, final remains a final. They may not score as many goals as they scored in the previous games in group stages. And we did see Masesco beat a team, right? Of course, more than 10 goals, JB scoring 7 to his name. But today, it being a final, he may not make even a hat-trick. That is 3 goals to his name in 2 days finals. We expect nothing else than some good game of football here. And Masesco are taking on Masindi Army SS. PTS Kabarie ground is where we are. Masindi Army SS cleared out from danger zone by the Masesco defense, but still on. And Masesco, they are still struggling to see that they don't concede an equalizer. We are still struggling to see that they don't consider an equalizer in the half time. But Masindi MSS is also proving to be now pressing harder and harder to look for an equalizer. We are in the finals of the Uganda Secondary Schools Sports Association for Masindi Municipality. Masindi MSS is taking on Masesco, and of course, Masesco are trying to put a better performance, and Masindi MSS says we need to get an equalizer, and of course, clear the way. The defense seems to be having some issues here in this. There are a couple of last minutes just played. And Masesco's defense seems to be almost conceding a goal here. Masesco's defense seems to be having some issues. I'm seeing goalkeeper Eden was saying a lot of things here to his players, but Masindi MSS has possessed some few minutes back, and they have shown that they can get an equalizer and probably change the results of today's game. But so far still 1-0. That's Masesco 1 and of course 0 Masindi. A penalty scored by that is JB, and of course JB is the little guy who's the ball is now doing what he does best. JB with the ball needs a dribble here. JB again. JB now ball taken away. JB has done a lot, and he has done it a lot selfishly, just like Neymar Junior Santos does it for Brazil, and Antony also does it. The Santos for Manchester United. JB is also doing it here for Masesco, doing a lot of things, but at an individual level, which makes a team also not to enjoy his brilliancy on the pitch. But of course, we can just wait and see. Masindi MSS trying to place those long passes in this game, but so far Masesco are saying no, we cannot just concede an equalizer in this early minutes of halftime. So far the game is on, and we expect nothing else than Total Football TTV Uganda official.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are trying to still to push and see who is going to be who. We apologize for those who are in the production crew. They have made a mistake, and of course they had put two notification bars of the goal scorers, one on the right hand and one on the bottom. But of course we expect now, so far we are 33 minutes past, and of course this is a 1-0 in favor of Masindi Secondary School. Of course, Agizwe Udaya Mwebale Muno watching from Kenya. And no thanks to the work guys keeping up updated. Of course, thank you so much. Ndazero Nelson, the sound is not. Of course, thank you so much, and I think we corrected. It's a win for Masesco, inshallah. Muwala wa King, of course. And Ndazero sound is so clear. Thank you so much, Ndazero. Ndazero still predicts Masesco defends the trophy with a 2-1-0. We don't know. In case for us, we are yet to give you the latest update. Who is who? But of course, so far 34 minutes past. What do you predict as you were predicted? You didn't give us the calls. Of course, you said maybe Masesco may be in position to make it. But me, I see if this guy's position and the way they have trained so well the match they played at Kabalega SS, they can be in position to win this game 2-1. What do you think?
Okay, just the look of the things, we can see that Masesco has better chances of taking the bragging rights today here. But of course, Masindi MSS can also do anything. Football is football, but if it all goes round, I expect Masesco to take this game, maybe even in a 3-1 lead.
Remember, guys, these guys are not stopping from here. Uganda says Tebinagwa. They are going to meet still at the district. And of course, if they do this, the 4 teams will be in position to make it the regional. Of course, Masindi MS Secondary School has qualified, and Masindi Secondary School has also qualified. We can see the team doctor for Masindi Secondary School checking what's happening, what's on with the guy. And maybe there was something really like a bad play. Who is the team doctor for Masindi Secondary School down here? Masindi Secondary School, of course, that's another.
Okay, we are seeing Kato Anthony is down for Team Masesco. That's just 8. Kato Anthony is down, and of course a lot of guys have entered on the pitch to see what they can do. To Musime Stewart is the team doctor, trying to see that things get right for Masesco, Masindi Senior Secondary School. Now Kato Anthony is still down, but I think he will get back and play. And on the other side also, Masindi Ame SS, I can see that's just 6, is also down on ground. I think it was some collision a bit there again between Masindi MSS, and that is David Atuhaire is also down for Masindi MSS, and of course Kato Anthony is also down for Masindi Senior Secondary School. The game is still on, and Masesco leads by a 1-0, and we are seeing it's around 35 minutes played of this game, and referee says it was offside. Masesco gets one of the players of Masindi MSS into the offside trap, and the game is on. And still okay, we are not seeing a lot of unsporting issues coming up, and we are seeing that the game is fine, and that's the reason why it was really brought here at Kabalie PTS grounds.
Somebody here says any game without tear gas is meaningless. Did these guys want tear gas? What do you think about that?
I don't think that tear gas should come in. These are students and their parents are there home are waiting to get a lot of results from them. So when you come and tear gas them, it may not be better.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are still live and making it happen. The ladies, guys of Masindi Ame Secondary School are trying to push here. You can see the guy trying to see what's up with it, and just number 14 gives another one. They try to make it happen. But just number 16 here for Masindi Ame, push a long one. We run no, but of course, just is trying, and it goes the other side of the goal kick for Masindi Ame Secondary School.
I don't know why Obedi Mungu Pius is still silent in today's game. He did play well for Masesco, and of course that he did a lot of things. To see that Masesco last season did what they did to beat Kabalega several times, though they lost to Kabalega at the regional level in Hoima. Remember, the regionals this time around will be Masindi. We're expecting to get some more teams coming from the 8 districts of Bunyoro. Teams will be coming from Hoima, teams will be coming from Chikube, Kagadi, teams will be coming from Bulisia, and of course teams from Kiriandongo, teams will be also coming from Kiwara, and of course a lot of teams will be coming here to tussle it out at Masindi Stadium, and we shall be watching these games live here. We expect a lot of football in Bunyoro here. And of course, we shall see after this that we'll be progressing for regionals. And after this, immediately, the teams here will be going to face the teams at the district level. This is Masindi Municipality. We also have teams from Bujenje County. And we also have teams from Bururi County, which make up Masindi District. And they will be coming also to face. We expect schools like Kinyara, schools like Budongo. Will be coming from that side of Bujenje. And we also expect schools like St. Paul's, Pakani, Kiriasi, coming from that side of Bururi and Kichinjua. There are a lot of teams that we expect to join these municipality teams, and we see one of the best teams that will progress into the next stage of the competition. Last year, we did see Masesco and Kabalega are going to represent Masindi at the regional level, and of course, Kabalega did perform better. Masindi versus now are trying to look for an equalizer, but still the ball played well by Masesco or team. Referee has a comment. A man is down here. That is Justin for Masindi Ameses, and the ball that is Yasin. Yasin is down, and Yasin is also under the leadership of that is Mawazo, Coach Mawazo Isma. Coach Mawazo Isma is the one who has brought up these kids here from Kijura. Yasin Bright is down here putting on jersey 10. This jersey 10 is one of the jerseys you cannot just put on. That's why when you see the Masindi media team playing, you will not see Joel Tinkasimire putting on jersey 10. He knows what it means. This jersey was put on by the legends, the Peles, the Ronaldinhos, the Messis, you know.
As I told you, the team doctor for Masindi Ame is Bizimungu.
Bizimungu.
Bizimungu Junior is trying to see and to fix up with a guy that's Asin Bright. This guy that I've said, this guy seems to be talented than never before from all the players we have had.
Okay. And of course, I'm seeing on the screen that was JB. When you look at Justin Masesco, that is the goal scorer. It's called JB. JB is a guy you can now not fail to mention. And Just 12 is one of the outstanding players Masindi has for Masindi Ame SS. Penny Mungu Pius. You cannot talk about the outstanding talented players Masindi has and you don't mention Pius in the midfield. Here, when you see Just 12 for Masindi MSS, that is a Pius, the guy. He puts him down. Pius does what he knows best. You know, midfield is like that. The midfield maestros always do that a lot. Of course, we know midfield maestros from Masindi legendary, that is Banura Vieira.
To my surprising point, this has been one of its kind, the first which has never happened. Because I've seen the army officers who fall under the Uganda People's Defense Force being told to put on layers today. Of course, they're all in layers because we're in a police training school. We don't know what it is, but of course, we can see some of those who have escorts. They're also available and making it happen live here at the Kabadia Police Training School.
And of course, as you've just mentioned, we know that even Masindi Ame SS is a head teacher. He's a major himself. But he's in Kazo, and it being a sports day, you come here in a casual way. You don't need to put on the combat. But these guys are not actually going for war. But of course, a serious game of football is on here. Colina giving another cut
It's a yellow card.
Oh, Colina is giving another card to Masindi MSS.
Yeah.
Colina, one of the most established referees.
That's it. Mbabazi, the Crushers given a red card.
Oh,
Mbabazi, the Crushers.
yellow card again.
Yellow card.
Yellow card, of course. And the game is still on, and when you look into what is beyond the pitch, those are villages of Kyarugangara. Villages of Kyarugangara, and of course the barracks itself also protrudes, and our cameras are really capturing a lot of things here. And of course,
and ladies and gentlemen, of course, we shall be having the district football chairperson. That's from Masindi district, who is heading this. And from there, that's Rukundo. Rukundo is the head teacher of QSIDS. He's the chairperson. And from there, we shall have Mr. Murungi is also a part of the team. And we shall have the DFA. Then we shall have the council. Should they tell us, is it that they failed to get security that can control students alive at Masindi Stadium? What do you think about that? What do you have to speak about that?
I think security wouldn't be an issue. We have a lot of armed guys here. And Masindi Artillery Division, we have guys here at Masindi Police Barracks, we have guys at Masindi prisons. They would have got a lot of guys to come and beef up the security. But to my own understanding, maybe they did also want to change the environment so that these guys can test on different pitches, because they will not only be playing at Masindi Stadium, they can get used to one pitch and things don't turn up better. You have seen some clubs trying to suffer, clubs like that is Kampala City, Kampala Capital City Authority, KCCA, the Kasasiro boys. They have always suffered when they are away from the artificial turf. They face it rough when they are on grounds, the real bare soil. They have always found difficulties. That is Kampala Capital City Authority, that is KCCA, and the referee says the game needs to go to half time. And half time here, Masindi Secondary School leads by goal to nil. The goal which came from that is JB, a penalty shootout. Masindi Secondary School have the bragging rights at half time, and Masindi MAS is still 0 here. They are still goalless here and this game, and I'm expecting a lot of words from Isma to see how we can change the results. Isma alongside Godwin in Samba, these are two good coaches with academies established in Masindi. And of course, when talk about Godwin in Samba, he has produced a lot of guys. I talk about the likes of Udasemu Cimenta, the likes of Gifty Fred now at Uganda Cranes and Sports Club Villa Jogo under Godwin. And of course, a lot of guys have passed through Godwin and they are playing for Boma FC. Guys like Senyange Kenneth at Kiranjwa that side. And of course, a lot of guys from Godwin's side have always progressed to better standards of football. And also Isma is upcoming, and he has also proven to be a good guy. And this game of football at the level of a district here, and also we expect to get a lot from him. So far at the halftime whistle, Masesco leads by a goal to nil. JB grabs that goal, and of course Masesco, Masindi MSS is still goalless, but hopefully they expect to get an equalizer and today's game. We expect nothing else than, of course, a total game of football. And of course, as earlier on told you, we shall be getting some of the officials to come and really tell us why this game was pushed to PTS Kabarye, not Masindi, King George Masindi Municipal Stadium, and not maybe Kawale Gaises grounds. We have a lot of better pitches in the town, but this game was put to PTS Kabarye. And of course,
ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are still trying to make, and of course, Emron, I can see him checking up with Mr. Murungi for a simple interview. Tell us what happened and why is the match not in Masindi Stadium. But of course, we want to know what's happening. What do we expect after this? Of course, back to you, Emron.
Okay, still live on TtvUganda official, and of course I brought you the man himself. I think we will mention his names, but if I'm to guess one of his names, is called Master Murungi. Master Murungi will tell us your names and maybe your school and what your responsibility at the district sports level. Then he will tell us why this game was brought to PTS Kabarye and not King George Masindi Municipal Stadium, not Boma grounds, not Kabale SS grounds. Why this game was brought here?
Thank you, Emron. My name is Amurungi Godfrey. I'm the Vice Chairperson of Masindi District Preparatory Committee. At the same time, I'm in charge of athletics, the whole of Bunyoro region. Thank you for the question. We had to have these finals held at Masindi Kabarye playground for some reasons. The previous years we have had the finals at Masindi Stadium, King George, but because you have been seeing whenever we have finals, the matches do not end well. There are a lot of fights here and there. People end up having bloodshed. School students vandalizing the properties in town, eating people's foods. So we realized that to avoid such a kind of scenarios to happen again, especially to avoid bloodshed, we believed that if we had the Cavalier Stadium, it would provide us a very safe environment for these finals to take place because of one reason, majorly that is the security.
Okay, should we say that we shall continue to host our matches here just because we don't want vandalism in town or looting of people's property?
Yeah, thank you. That's a very good question. Actually, it's not our intentions to have these games here, but our prayer is that if the head teachers can promise that the students will be very disciplined and they cannot repeat whatever scenarios happened in the previous games, it would also be our wish as the organizers to have these games played in Masindi Stadium. And I believe it will depend on the response of the head teachers and the students. And we have still more games to come. We are coming towards the district finals. Perhaps we might even have the finals in Masindi Stadium, depending on the reaction, on how the head teachers will react.
Okay, I guess Masindi has one of the best securities around because we have a police barracks. We also have the UPDF barracks also in Masindi. And there are a lot of armed guys there, a lot of guys in the uniform. I expected maybe if the district will try to bring out some of the guys from the barracks and they come and beef up the security, we would have had this game at Masindi Stadium.
Yeah, thank you. The issue of having the security in the stadium, that is okay. We can have even as 100 or 1,000. But the issue is always after the games. Students, as they are moving back, they tend to react in an unsatisfied manner. But we believe by being a bit far away, perhaps maybe by the time they reach where they are going, the anger would have reduced.
Okay, that is very good. With that, what we had, that is Murungi, and of course, he told us that the game was brought to PTS Cavalier for security reasons. And whoever is still live on TTV Uganda, I bring you another big person in these sporting events of Masindi, and I will mention his names. But I know he's a very good, proud hobby of Kabalega, and I know him in the perspective of Kabalega, still also at Boma. He will tell us more about himself, and we shall be bringing him a couple of questions as well.
Okay, thank you very much, TTV, for hosting me here during this halftime analysis. My name is Daniel Bagambe, one of the historical managers of Boma Football Club, but also a great sportsman around Masindi and Bunyoro and Uganda at large.
Okay, that is Daniel Bagambe, one of the guys behind the success of Boma FC. Boma FC now is playing in the Afufa Big League of Uganda, and of course, we did go to the semi-finals of the Uganda Cup last season. And that was a great achievement under his leadership. That is Daniel Bagambe. Daniel Bagambe, what do you have to say about these games? You have been at Kabalega as a student. You've been on board for some good time. You've seen these secondary school games. What do you have to say about the current football which has been played, all the ways that things are being made? Now we are seeing finals coming to PTS Cavalier. This is happening for the first of its kind. So I don't know. What do we do to see that we get our football back to the football of those days?
Okay, first and foremost, I really want to give credit to the games masters, the schools that are participating around this time around. I've closely followed this no longer think Coca-Cola. But I've closely followed this secondary school football tournament this time around so far in Masindi. I want to appreciate, first of all, there was a very clear procedure put in place, I think, to screen out non-eligible students not to play. And I give credit to the national organizers. We have been able to see very young talent exhibiting good football here. The other day we were watching Kabalega playing Masesco. Now we are watching these finals of Masesco versus the Army. I want to say personally I'm enjoying as a sportsman, and I'm actually here basically on behalf of Boma to ensure that also we screen out and look out for potential talent that we can promote in the long run to join our academy, to join our football club Boma, to see how best we can support this region. But also back on the organizer for this particular district, I want to give them credit. Perhaps maybe this is the best known to them. They chose to bring here this final game. But however, I feel a lot more needs to be done. This may not be sustainable because, case in point, we've lost so many guys who would come to watch this beautiful game back in town, but accessing here, restrictions and so on. And also the quality of the pitches is not so good. So I really want to urge the organizers to go beyond just shifting these games, perhaps to look into more what would be the root cause of maybe what could have forced them to bring this game here. Maybe I know they think they may be in different cases, there may be school that may come up to disorganize the matches, but I feel they can work with the HM, they can work with the school administrations to see how best they can have this game played in town to ensure that they control and manage the students, given the students we have around Masindi.
Okay, thank you very much. That was Daniel Bagambe coming in from Boma team, and of course also one of the big guys in the sports events of Masindi here. He has just said coming to PTS Kabarye may not be sustainable, and we really need to see what is the root cause of these games coming to PTS Kabarye or going to Masindi Atari Division, because we are looking for security where we can see how things go. Another guy joining me just right here in the studios of TTV Uganda official, I will say his names, but a lot of guys do call him mayor of the people. I don't know, but he is here. An OB of Masindi Army SS. He did study at Masindi Army SS. I know as an OB, he could have some perspective on this game. And of course, let me give him a chance to say hi to you. Then later on, I'll bring him also a couple of questions as well.
Thank you, TTV. Proud of you. My name is Komorobuga Solomon, an OB of Masindi Army Secondary and SAIT. And at the same time, all the students, Masindi Army Secondary representative on the board and the chairman, all the students, Masindi Army Secondary. Thank you for watching.
Okay, now as an old student of Masindi Army Secondary, that now the game is not favoring Masindi Army Secondary so far, it's a goal to nil in favor of Masesco. What do you have to say about this game? Are you considering a defeat at these early minutes, or you think that there's some hope that this game may change round in the next 45 minutes?
Of course, we are down by 1, and it was a penalty, and now the second round starts. But this is not a surprise. We shall still get back and win this game.
Okay, now back to the studios. Now we get you live second half action on TTV Uganda official, and of course it's Masindi MS taking on Masindi Senior Secondary School Masesco, which is leading by a goal to nil, a goal that came up from a penalty shootout. That was JB, deadly man to watch on the pitch, and Masindi MS have Pius as the man to watch on the pitch.
Thank you so much. Coming in live with you, Emron Duparaka. But of course, they have given their own views. Consider views from Daniel Bagamba, that's the team doctor, and is the doctor, and of course, the manager for Boma FC. And of course, being a manager, he does doubles himself as one of the football fans. He's here right with us here, live at the command center. Second half began, and of course, we can see what these guys really can showcase live from police training school here in Kabarye. Of course, camera 1 is Nabzagaba, and camera 2 is the guy himself, Ben Keys, doing the best and doing the magic of all reasons live here at the control room. Back to you, Emron.
Okay, that was Joel Timkasimire, and of course, coming back to TTV Uganda, the live commentary, we are seeing that Masesco is still showing that they still need more goals. They are hungry, they need a lot of goals, they're yearning for more goals, and Masindi MS are also here. I think they need an equalizer before they can actually concede the second goal, and Masindi MS are still being led by goal to nil. Of course, we can just wait and see if these results can turn around. Masindi MS is trying to press hard and hard to look for an equalizer. They're now coming to look for that equalizer, but of course, Masindi, that is Masindi Secondary School. Oh, referee goes down. That is also something amusing. A bit amusing when referee is just being brought down, and of course, referee. A bit amusing things in football here. We can see the crowds now cheering. They have enjoyed the referee coming down, Colina. And one of the players of Masindi MSS is actually down. One of the players, we can see Junior Bismungu, the doctor, running on the pitch. One of the players, that is just 16 for Masindi MSS, Ayotia Peace, is down, and of course, he did collide with the referee, that is Colina Alinaitwe. And of course, the game is still on a standstill. Here. We can see Peace Ayotia for Masindi MSS is down. Peace Ayotia is still down, and referee is seeing if we can continue with this game. But the way and the look of the things, the referee says no, and now we need to play this ball here. The referee is giving some fair play here now. And a time of focus, Masesco in their red jersey, are still leading by goal to nil. Ayotia Peace is right here to take this. Referee, we are just 3 minutes into second half action. We are live at PTS Kabarye grounds. PTS Kabarye grounds. Of course, when you look into some of those houses in the background, those are residences for the police officers here at Kabari. You may need to wonder maybe why they do appear like that, but of course that is not for us. For us, we are here for football. And of course, I told you that the neighboring villages, they are also still part of Masindi Municipality. You may wonder why there's a lot of land which is not developed, but of course, that is Masindi Municipality, and specifically that is villages of TtvUganda. And of course, so far, 1-0 here. A referee does a decision, and of course, a lot of noise is made. It seems that people are trying to say referee's decision maybe was not the best, but of course, a referee is the final man. However much the fans, the spectators can make a lot of noise, but referee is always the final when it comes to a game of football.
They told me one time that the referee uses his 14th law of football, which I don't know, to make a decision. And once he decides, he has decided nobody, neither the officials, neither the assistant referee or the referees, the side, the linesmen. Of course, the center referee is always final.
Yeah, and of course, center referee is final. Nowadays, in some modernized football, is being assisted by the assistant video referee, the BAR also. Those guys do come around to help the center referee. I'm seeing a lot of guys here. A star defender for Boma FC, that is Rasta. You call him Moses Odora. I remember him in those schools of Kagadi. He did well when he was playing Coca-Cola that side of Kagadi, and also is now currently a good defender at Boma FC, which plays in the big league, and he currently sits in the 6th position of the league. We expect some good results from those boys this season. And of course, he's also here watching and enjoying this game of football. And a lot of sports lovers have just realized Masindi MASS seems to be looking for an equalizer in this early minutes so far. And of course, we have just gone 6 minutes into second half. 6 minutes of second half played here so far. Masindi MASS are still goalless, and Masindi Senior Secondary School, Masesco, still leads. I'm telling you, just like I said before, like 10 years back, I've not really had Masindi MASS beat Masesco. I've tried to follow Masindi MASS and Masesco since 2005, but I've not seen Masindi MASS beat Masesco in the last over 10 years. And of course, it may happen today, but always Masindi MASS can always grab, the best they can grab is always a draw. Maybe when it comes to netball, then Masindi MASS has always disturbed the Masindi Senior Secondary School, Masesco. But way back 2005, 2006, and those years, I've not seen Masindi MASS beat Masesco.
On the same point, I'd also like to inform you that the finals happened last weekend between the ladies netball, and of course, it was still against Masesco versus Masindi Secondary School. These guys, it was really a nice one. Making it happen live, and of course the girls so far have one win. They have Masindi has so far a trophy. That's for netball of Masindi Municipality. We don't know. Maybe they are likely. Maybe if they equalize and win again, they are likely to take and have 2 trophies. But also Masindi Secondary School says we need this. It's ours. We have to fight by all means.
And you know, football is football until the last whistle is blown. Anything can happen. We just did see Manchester United beat Bayern Munich 1999 in the finals of the UEFA Champions League. That was a goal from Teddy Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. In the last very final minutes, 3 minutes of the game, Manchester United did do a comeback, and of course that was named the Faggy time. Anything can happen. Masindi MASS can grab an equalizer and as well get the winning goal. So leading also doesn't mean leading these early minutes doesn't mean that you take the bragging rights till the end. Anything can happen into this game. JB, apart from scoring the goal, it still seems to be silent. And of course, that is Chris Ayotia of team that is Masindi MASS, trying to look for just 9 Masindi MASS, and of course, a ball goes to just 2 Masindi MASS, trying to see how things can be coming up, and they are changing the results in today's game. We are in the finals of Uganda Secondary School Sports Association, a game over football.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's happening right away at Kawaria Police Training School. Of course, we can see some of the students who are outside. They are trying to make it happen. You can see a number of them. They are outside. They are watching outside the pitch. This is something which you have never seen. I say it's first of its kind. If you can see clearly to them, you will see that they are enjoying. They have even gone beyond. You can see my boy, the shortest man around. That's coming from that's coming from Masindi Army Secondary School doing the magic.
Okay, I can see a lot of fans have really turned up here. I didn't expect this because of the distance, but these are good sports lovers. But of course, even the two schools have a very good population when it comes to the enrollment in their schools. We just did see a Masindi MSS recruit 400 in senior one just in 3 days after the release of PLOE results, and of course as well Masindi Secondary School also did a very big enrollment, and now we expected this to happen. That's why you're seeing a lot of fans by the roadside, a lot of fans at the pitch trying to see how this game really goes on well. And of course, so far better Pius does what he knows well for Masindi MSS as well. And of course, we are seeing that Masindi Senior Secondary School, Masesco, they are also trying to do their best to see that they can get a second goal before an equalizer comes to their side. I'm seeing Coach Ochira Dennis Abe. He was on a mission in Somalia. He's now back. He's a UPDF official at the same time. Also, that was as a coach Masindi MSS working it out with Ismail Mawazo to see that they can really do some bit of the magic here to see how things can really come out well for their team Masindi MSS. A player is down for Masesco, and the referee Colina is trying to assess the environment and assess the situation, and he says no, a ball can go on a foul for Masesco, and it's the team captain just 6 for Masesco coming to take up this. Masindi MSS are really missing some of the services of those guys who competed last year. We talk about the Davis, talk about guys like Chibuka, talk about guys like Ryan, these outstanding players who actually left the school after their A level, and now they are being missed here as well. Masindi Secondary School is also missing services of some boys. JB now is doing what he knows best. JB now ball cleared away from their zone, he shoots and again cleared away. JB also trying to do what he knows best, but now I was still telling you guys, Masindi Senior Secondary School missing services of that is Stewart, Stewart Pauli Musitu, also one of the deadly players who tried to show us a good performance, and of course they're now not here on the pitch for their schools after completing their levels of education. Others completed senior 4 and did change school, others also completed A level and changed them. Now we expect to see them, as the president, as of course the chairperson Boma said, we expect to see them maybe at another greater levels. Of course Masesco trying to press away, and of course the referee says it is an offside. For that is Masesco guy got in an offside trap, and I think a lot of fans. Swalei the Dove man is also enjoying this game live here. He was formerly an HP at Masindi Senior Secondary School. Swalei is also there enjoying this game live from Bokabale PTS grounds, and he says after here we'll be cruising to watch Dove taking on Georgia in the regional league, and of course that will also be coming there. Boma did beat Northern Gateway. That was a 3-2 at King George Masindi Stadium on Thursday, and now today most of their players and the technical team, they're here enjoying and trying to spot some of the better talents that can be taken or recruited to the academy, probably also to the starting 11 of Boma. Pius did touch on the ball just 12. Pius was actually with this Masesco team last year, and he did wonders. One of the youngest player, how did a lot of things, Pius, and did outstanding performance against Tabarega, and of course also performed better at the regionals, but now Kawalega did beat them at the regional level and qualified for the nationals in Arua, the city of one of the big cities in Uganda.
And here you can see the comments of the guys. Thanks guys, that's Muzwa Jawab. Vincent Initiatives says watching live from Vincent Electronics Masindi Town. Thank you so much. We have made it here. Job says expectation Masindi 2, Ame 0. It's up to you. We don't know. Of course, we're live. Remember, uniforms do scare people. That's Joab. Western Brown still on Team Ame. He says Ame will make it. Still, this one says, who is Neme? We don't know. We can't get it in. As this one says, I'm Team Masindi SS. Tugume Owen. Thanks. I'm live from Hoima. Thank you so much. Momza, besides security reasons, we don't know. Of course, that will be questions for the guys themselves. So far, we're making it happen. We can see what's happening. The guys for Masindi. Ame is trying to push. Of course, he's checking down. The ball is going. Maybe. You don't know. Penalty may also come out like the wet cam. Just number 6. You can see. Setting, my goodness. Oh, Mama.
Okay, and of course, still on Masindi MSS trying to press to look for an equalizer. Just two for Masindi MSS. Masindi MSS trying to look for an equalizer, but of course, I can see assistant referee, that is Kasangaki, says it is throw in for Team Masesco. And Masesco, of course, starts it well. And we are saying a lot of now, a couple of minutes be played, 13 minutes played into the second half action. And the game is still on. JB is doing what he knows best, but again, he's now being denied chances. Guys really understand his style of play. As I told you, JB is the brilliant team when it comes to the Balam Easter Cup. JB is in that brilliant team, and all the Masesco team is in that brilliant team for that Easter Cup. And of course, we can just wait and see how this will be going on. Eden, goalkeeper Masesco, grabs it well and is still comfortable that his team will go with the victory today here from PTS Kavali grounds. Live on TTV Uganda official. Of course, my name is Emron Ondu Paraka, the West Nile Pride, West Nile Indian DNA, Arua City's big boy. A lot of guys are watching, and of course, I just need to shout out to the soccer lovers there, enjoying it from TTV Uganda, and those who are not enjoying, but also our good fans, and of course the media fraternity, the staff of Ready Us, some of them are also enjoying this, and of course my family also enjoying this game of football, I know. And of course it is Masesco taking on that is Masindi MSS. So far Masesco leads by goal to nil. That goal which came in the 19th minute in half time, and there was a penalty scored in by JB, one of the deadly guys on the pitch. And of course it is still tight there, and Masesco is being pressed the other, and the other Masindi MSS needs an equalizer. Referee says, oh, referee says there is offside. Referee, that is Colina, says there is offside. I can see Masindi MSS trying to double their efforts. They have really pulled their stockings here. Masindi MSS, they need to get that equalizer. They need that equalizer. Listen, this game may be into the penalty shootouts, but we can just wait and see. It's a goal kick and it's taken by the Masesco captain. He takes a long one. The Masesco captain takes a long one here. Of course, just meets Masindi Ame defender, and the ball goes back into the center midfield. And it's still on for Masindi MSS. In there, that is Ame green jersey, and Masesco putting on the red jersey. And Masesco are still leading by goal to nil. We are seeing now the so far, that is so far, and the game is on, and of course we are seeing that so far it's 17 minutes played of this game. I say 17 minutes played of this game in the second half, and of course referee comes to give a yellow card to Ochira Dennis Abe. Ochira Dennis Abe is now sent into the stands. Ochira Dennis Abe is a UPDF official. I told you he has been on mission in Somalia. He's back here, Ochira Dennis Abe. He has coached Masindi MSS for the last 5 years, and he's telling referee that no, you can't just give me the standing orders here. The UPDF official Ochira Dennis Abe has been shown, sent to the standing, given the standing orders. He has been sent to the stands, Ochira Dennis Abe, and of course Ochi did inform the referee that something is not going on well. These guys need it. Eden grabs better. Eden grabs that from Masesco, and of course there was a brilliant header coming from Masindi MSS striker. And Ochira Dennis Abe, one of the guys on the technical team. Remember, Ismail was also given a yellow card in the last game of semi-finals. And these guys are now trying to prove us that there is some bit of discipline or not discipline at that side of Masindi MSS. We can just wait and see. And so far the game is still on. Masindi MSS trying to contest the pressure from JB. The man to watch on the pitch for Masesco is JB, and of course for Masindi MSS is none other than Pius Open Amungu. And the game is on. So far we can just wait and see. Anything can happen. And this is a game of football. The game is on and on and on. Masindi MSS. Now Masesco looking for that second goal. We can just wait and see if they can get it. No, good defending from Masindi MSS defender, just 17, and tries to look for just 8. Presses it better. A ball taken away in the midfield. And of course, referee says there is a free kick. A free kick against Masindi MSS, and of course Pius did do something on this pitch to one of the players in the midfield here, and of course that is referee Colina says it is a foul against Masindi MSS, a foul against Masindi MSS, and a free kick for Masindi, foul against Masindi Secondary School. At the same time, a free kick for Masindi Secondary School. Now, trying to look for the second goal is Masesco. Sesko trying to look for the second goal, ball headed away from the danger zone, just 8, placing it better for Masindi MSS. Another good game of football played here for Masindi MSS, just 2. The ball goes into a throw-in. Ball goes into a throw-in for Masindi Secondary School. Throw-in being brought in, of course, trying to look for the second goal is Team Masesco. And of course, Masindi MSS is still looking for an equalizer. No bragging rights yet for Masindi Secondary School fans, and bragging rights for Masesco. JB is in the box, but ball taken away. A good defending from Masindi SS. A good defending, and of course, JB was looking into her options of looking for the second goal, but he did miss that. And of course, it's a throw-in of that for Team Masesco. Team Masesco with a throw-in, and of course, they started well. And of course, the game is on from Team Masesco, and Masindi MSS are trying to defend well. Masindi MSS, they don't want to concede the second goal before they can actually get there. Of course, goalkeeper Lazarus grabs it well. And man is down here again for Masindi Secondary School. Just 8 is down again. Remember, just a couple of minutes back, he was down, and he's again down. Anthony Kato for Masindi Senior Secondary School. Masesco is down, and this time round he needs serious medical attention. On the look of the things, and referee says take him out. We can see now they're bringing him out. Of course. Where is Anthony Kato being brought out of the pitch? And a lot of guys are here enjoying the game from the stands. I can see veteran goalkeeper is appearing on the screen. Veteran goalkeeper for Masesco, Isaac Abiarugaba, is also watching this live. Remember him at Masesco and also at Kitara Modo SS. And the leadership of that is the man himself, Pastor Ramshana Robert Kibuko of Masini Miracle Center. Isaac Biarugaba also did contest for mayorship, Masini Municipality, in just the concluded election of 2021. He's also enjoying this from the stands of this pitch. And of course, it is still 1-0 for that is Masindi Secondary School, leading by goal to nil. I don't know the Tabasco boys. I don't know which side they could be supporting, but just because Masindi Secondary School has beaten them several times in the previous years, I guess the Kabalega boys, the Kabascans, could be supporting Masindi MSS.
I don't know, because Masindi Secondary School played friendly with Kabalega, and it was really a nice one, making it happen as the Bishop Vista, and this was a very nice one than ever before. But of course, I can see Nzeke B at all the way from Kabalega SS. The guys at school but watching us live. Thank you so much, KB. I don't know whether KB you can comment. Which team is Masesco support? Which team is Kabalega SS supporting? Is it supporting the neighbor this side or the neighbor this side? But of course, we don't know, and they're going to make it happen, battling live, one-on-one. We'll see how this can happen live at Kabarie Police Training School. Finals for USSSA Masindi Municipality. Back to you, Emron Baraka.
Okay, as of course that JB is called KB. KB comments on that, and this is the Vincent of Vincent Electronics. That is this guy of Viviara. You can also send us your comment. Which team is the Kabalega boys supporting? Which side is the Kabalega boys supporting? But I guess it could be Masindi MSS. Kabalega boys could be supporting Masindi MSS just because Masesco did knock them out in the semi-finals and gave them hard time last season. So I expect the Kabascans this time round to be supporting the Army Green guys here on the pitch. Anyway, we shall be getting your comments live here from wherever you are. But so far it is 1-0 in favor of Masesco. And of course, Masindi MSS are trying to get a couple of chances here on the other side, the other goal, opponent's goal. But they're not actually using them well to see that they can grab an equalizer for themselves. The game is still so far good for Masesco side. They have the bragging rights. And of course, Masindi MSS have not yet enjoyed this yet. And the reason behind is JB, who appears on the screen here at just 10, very deadly for that is Masindi, a senior secondary school JB. I think there's a bit of substitution being done here. Some bit of substitution could be done here for Masindi MSS. We can just wait and see. And there's a goal kicker now brought out for Masindi MSS. Now coming in is Bagonza Arnold. Bagonza Arnold comes in for Masindi MSS, and of course is trying to check out how things can change. And I'll be bringing you live the names of that person who really moved out for Masindi MSS. And of course, who was just being introduced is another utility player in the names of Arnold Bagonza.
We can see a Western boy says for them they are supporting Army Secondary School. We don't know. Western Brown live near TtvUganda office. That's at the Ajax place. Says for them they're supporting 100% Masindi Army. We don't know. But of course we are trying to push this, and we can see the match will end. And of course there is always a loser and a winner. Always a match. Soccer is soccer. Football is football. You don't know. And of course, you go when you have not predicted. We don't know. Maybe for those who are betting it live, you can send us money through the support link, and you bet. If they win, we shall keep it. If they lose, we still keep it. Back to you, Emron.
Okay. 70 minutes played in this game, and still Masesco leads by goal to nil. Now we have only 20 minutes left in this game, and if it goes like this, Masesco will be taking the bragging rights, and we shall be waiting to see what will happen in Chinatown. That is Kijura. We expect a lot of jubilations there as Masesco goes back with the bragging rights just after this game ends, in case it ends like this. But in case it doesn't end like this, we may not see a lot of noise, or we may not hear a lot of noise from the side of that is Chinatown in Kijura, one of the cities in Masindi. You may ask yourself where it is located, but of course you will need to find it by yourself. Of course, DJ Jones, live from Radio 7, is also a big guy trying to do better things here at TtvUganda. Of course, we shall be doing it better and better, and we expect we need to show you that, of course, when you trust me with, when you trust us with what you want, we will get the best online services. TtvUganda and the leadership of Joel Tinkasimire. And of course, Masesco cleared away. Good ball. Oh, referee says, of course, there's something that did happen. And of course, it was a very brilliant save from the man himself. That is Lazarus for that is Team Masindi MSS. Masesco are still trying to look for their second goal. But of course, Masindi MSS are saying no, they will not allow the second goal before they can equalize that one, which was they have already conceded. Pius, the midfield maestro, plays it better again. Now again, cleared away by just 15 for Masindi MSS. Is none other than Waman Sharif trying to press it harder there. Is that the guy was just introduced on the pitch. And of course, we are seeing a lot of things that's a lot of things happening here at Kabalia PTS. Kabalia PTS, just to remind you, is the police training school. The only police training school that Uganda as a country has is Kabalia PTS. And of course, we expect nothing like riot here. We don't expect any riot because we are in the barracks. Unless otherwise, if there is someone who feels he can do what he knows, or he can do more than what the armed guys can do, but there is maximum discipline at the pitch, and we expect some good game of football here at Kabalia PTS ground. JB, that's what he knows best. JB again. Now a ball taken away. JB back again. Dangerous for Masindi. MSS now cleared away from danger zone. Masindi secondary school. The game is on. I can see the OBs and again the staff of Masindi MSS. Likes of Umaru Mandela, likes of Sansio Mwesje, teacher at Kabalega as well, are also here enjoying this game.
There is a track that is coming down there. If you see it clearly, you will understand. Sometimes abanyoro bagamba akengerege abaga takumaya kyatembere yatembe kimoroka kya abagena maya kyenku bali ntamanya kunu kya mahe. Anytime mwana akora kavijana kagamba kimoroka kankitembe ekyenku kinu kigena kusomba enku aja kwejukira kana garuke direct Kabalia gats nyingi nikyo kumanyobo.
And of course, just because of the intensity of the game, that's why it was brought on a neutral ground. And not only happening here in this that is Uganda Secondary Schools, Uganda Secondary Schools Sports Association, it also happens in the University League. We have seen that is Chambogo University playing Makerere University at Luzira grounds. That is the grounds for that is Maroons FC. That's because of the chaos between the two universities. Whenever it is Chambogo University taking on Makerere University, the game is played in Luzira grounds, and of course the grounds for Maroons. And also we are seeing this coming here in Masindi. We have 2 pitches now to be used. We have the pitch of Masindi MSS, which happens to be in Masindi at Division Barracks, and we also have the pitch at Kabalie Police Training School. What we expect is this game actually, I suspect it could have been played. It was supposed to be played maybe from Masindi Artillery Division, but just because of Masindi MSS being in the finals, they decided to shift it to another barracks where we can ensure that there is a lot of security. But as the Boma man said, that this is not sustainable. We may not manage to always have these games played at these neutral grounds. We just need to ensure discipline into our students.
Despite the fact that we have this the police training school where we are, you will also realize that they have brought security from Masindi police station. That means they expected this time it's a one-on-one, one security personnel to one student. That's why most of the students, they are locked from outside the gate, which is coming towards their main entrance of police training school. So far we are making it happen. I don't know how many minutes so far we have pushed, but 1-0 so far in favor of Masesco.
And of course, when it comes to discipline, these armed guys know what to do. You can't just ask these cane cutters of Kinyara. They used to make a lot of noise as they pass here. By one time, they were disciplined at the quarter guard here at police training school, Kabale. Goal kick for that is Masindi Secondary School, and the captain there plays it better. Masindi Secondary School, as they look for the second goal, Masindi MSS is still trying to look for an equalizer. I can see JB trying to push it hard there, but of course it's being stopped by the man who came in, and that is Arnold Bagonza for Masindi MSS, and the ball goes into a throw in for Masindi MSS. So Chi is assistant referee, and I'm seeing Coach Mawazo. Of course, Mawazo, that is Ismail, trying to do his best to see how we can really get the results change of this game. And of course, as it stands now, we are in the 75th minute. 75 minutes played of this game, and we suspect we only have 15 minutes to the end of this clash. And if it ends like this, Masesco will go with the bragging rights as usual. Masesco, and of course, as formerly had also some good guys there playing football, likes of Richard Banura, likes of Julius Kialgonza, Massimo Malobe, the likes of Rex Musisi Moses, a former goalkeeper at Boma FC, and also a goalkeeper at Dav FC, now at Kivyandongo United, which plays in the regional side. We have had guys like Musimenta Dase, now at Super Eagles, but also played for Masesco and Kitara Moda as well. We have had guys like Isaac Abiarugaba. A lot of guys actually have also played for Masesco, and they are seen and outstanding in this game of football at some other levels. And of course, we can just wait and see if JB can step into the shoes of some of those stars that I've just mentioned about in the next coming years. Of course, Coach Yaya as well is also at the pitch enjoying this game of football. And of course, the environment is still fine and all is well. Security is beefed up. We have got armed UPDF officers. We have got armed police officers here. We have also got scouts from the two schools. I can see Kasangaki, the assistant referee, talking to Colina to see how they can sort some of the issues. And Kasangaki says as if there was some bit of elbow in this game of football. And now referee is coming to come and do whatever he is trying to do. And of course, just on instructions from the assistant referee on the right hand side, that is Kasangaki, who appears to have spoken to him. And of course, referee Colina is here. You have always watched him shape some big games. You watched him shape some games of Vipers, of watched him shape games of that is Arua Hill. Masindi MSS trying to look for that equalizer. Goalkeeper grabs it well, Eden grabs it well, and of course, gets a round of applause from the commentators and the fans of Masesco. Eden gets a round of applause here for himself. And he's being cheered by a lot of guys. Joel Tinkasimire, TtvUganda.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to make it happen right here from the command center, TtvUganda. We are broadcasting live from Cavalia Police Training School. We don't know how this will end, but of course, we expect there is always a winner and a loser. Despite the fact that the match is in the police training school, still there will be celebrations, as you can see. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to inform you that after this, we shall still bring for you the district trophies, which is going to be happening right away at Masindi Stadium. We don't know whether the finals will also be in the artillery or police training school. What do you think of the finals of the district?
Now, I guess the finals actually may not be going to maybe a neutral ground, maybe at artillery, simply because I suspect if Masesco go through, it may be facing another team, which may be from the municipality or from the district. But I expect even these finals, if we had played from Masindi Stadium, we would not have seen a lot of things happening here, because it is Masesco playing another team, which is Masindi MSS, who is a very good discipline record. I don't expect Masindi MSS to come and really do some bit of unnecessities in the game of football.
And I'll take it like that, but also I'd like to thank so much team Richard to Sime says Master Richard does pride it. Mwala Waking says live from Entebbe. Masesco Ame, we support Mas, that's Masindi Ame Secondary School. Vincent Initiative says, oh, what they're doing wonders, ladies and gentlemen, here. These guys, sometimes the talent is beyond you. Vincent says, Kabasco, we are Maje, Team Ame SS. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a very strict, okay. And next one. Vincent says, Masesco, we are Maje, Team Ame. Initiative says, Vincent, live, me, I'm Obi Kabasco, I support Masindi Ame SS. Big up Kabasco, that's Western Brown. Mumza Kabasco come for the Nationals. That's Mumza Joab Obi from Greenfield. Nails, that's Val, is always in the zero. Nelson Kabasco, guys, here accept the lose in offering you. What's up? Take us more, Emron.
As of course, from the look of the comments, as I told you that Kabalega SS, all the OBs and the current students should be supporting Masindi SS. That's, you can see all the comments are saying they're supporting Masindi MS. No wonder I predicted that right. And of course, Kabalega, the great school around the region and the nation, with OBs who move his heads high, they're saying they're supporting Masindi MS just because, you know, of course, they have always faced it rough. When they meet, that is Masindi Secondary School. And of course the game is on still. As you look at this, it is still 1-0 and we are counting, we are on the countdown, and we are looking at how things are going to really happen here. And of course we are seeing that already we have over 30 minutes played in the second half now, meaning we are in 8 minutes. And of course the game is on, and of course we expect nothing else than a total game of football. Masindi MSS could be losing this if it happens and if it ends like this, but so far I think Masindi Secondary School has also not pressed so much in second half, as though they are leading, but they have also not proven that they are the best team or the better team on the pitch. So far, so good. Also, there are good displays of football from Masindi MSS, and of course, a good display of football from that is Masindi Secondary School. Jabby's in the box. Jabby and the okay. Masindi Senior Secondary School grabs that second goal, and it is done.
It's another goal for.
It is done. What a brilliant effort from JB. JB did put down the defense of Masindi MSS and placed it at a very deadly place. And of course, Masesco grabs the second goal. And I can confirm to you live on TtvUganda, with just a few minutes left to the end of this game, I can just confirm yellow card after removing his jersey. Masesco get the bragging rights. It's 2 Masesco, and of course 0 Masindi MSS.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course the celebrations, I can see the morale, people are being getting more and more of what we never expected. Many of those are now shivering, many of those are celebrating. But of course now here you can see so far it's a win. And of course we just have some small means, a little time to end this. So we can see the celebrations outside the stadium, and you can see the referee, the coach for Masindi Ame quarreling seriously. That's coach.
Isma Mawazo.
Coach Isma Mawazo. He says that the referee, what you're doing is not right. We are not appreciating that, but of course, it's a 2-0 in favor of Masindi Secondary School.
I could now say Masesco is comfortable in the driving seat. With only 7 minutes left to the end of this clash, Masesco are comfortably driving Masindi MSS out of PTS Kabarie. With a victory of 2-0 so far, as it stands now, Masesco have the bragging rights. As it stands now, Masesco take the bragging rights with a two goal margin lead, and that is how it is. That is how it is at the command center. TtvUganda official Emron Nandu Paraka is my name, and of course that is how it is happening here. Masesco grabs that important goal to get the bragging rights. Masesco grabbed the bragging rights just with only 8 minutes to end. That goal actually came in the 82nd minute. And of course, we are seeing now Masesco leading by 2 goals, 2-0. And Masindi MSS could be conceding this defeat.
And of course, here Muhumusa Joabu at exactly 32nd minute, he said it will be 2-0 for Masesco and 0 for Army. His prediction could be right.
Yeah, I'm seeing the prediction. But anyway, the game is still on. Army could grab a consolation goal, or Masesco could grab another third goal in this game. So we expect anything to happen in football. We only have 6 minutes left in this game, and of course, Masindi MSS could be losing this. But of course, they'll be consoled by the one of ladies. Hey, they already have a trophy. Hey, for the ladies, the netball team I already grabbed from this same Masesco. It could be a consolation now for Masindi MSS. Just like Manu did console themselves when Liverpool banged them 7 goals. The Manu female team also banged Liverpool's team 6-0. So it was some bit of consolation. 7-0 this way, 6-0 the other side.
Western Brown, thank you so much. But if this could be Manu versus Arsenal, now we don't know, but we are still live making it happen. Akugizibwe Yudaya says, what a miss, guys, you will make kill. You could have tried your luck, bro. Akugizibwe Mas and the Ames Secondary School, you can make it. We don't know, but these other minutes, they can try their luck and make it happen. Mumza Joab, Ames should just accept the win in favor of Masindi Secondary School. We don't know. What do you think, Emron?
Okay, as earlier on said, the Masindi MSS could be conceding this defeat here at PTS Kabarie. They came into this game, and of course, when Masesco had a better pedigree. When it comes to issues of the secondary school's football, Masesco has always had a very good pedigree, and that's why you see Masesco now beating the likes of Kawarega SS, the untouchable teams of those days, under the likes of Kolo Kolo, the Mudachis, the likes of that is Derek, those guys of those days. And now you see, and of course, Masindi MSS tried to get that goal, but of course, goalkeeper Eden for Masesco did grab well, just like as DJ Jones grabs it for the media team of Masindi, and as well Joel also those grabs, but it is always according to the team. Is playing against. Joel is a good goalkeeper as well. We have got actually all the 2 goalkeepers of the media team here. And the deadly scorer always for the media team, Emron, is also here. And we are not only talking football here, but we can do these actions on pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know whether Emron can be one of the best top scorer. Maybe we shall ask Gimepa if this is the best guy they have. It's a yellow card to a one Masesco, just number 6. The captain himself has got a yellow card here just for playing. And of course, Masindi MS Secondary School can use this chance in this free kick to get a goal. That's we call it a consolation goal. Consolation goal. If this consolation goal is here, then we can expect anytime, any minute they can make it.
Yeah, we expect this. If it gets a good free kick taker, it could be going into the back of the net. But of course, Masesco's goalkeeper has proven to be brilliant. He has also showed us some good individual brilliance. And the ball goes into a goal kick. A ball goes into a goal kick, and of course, Masesco are leading by 2-0. Masindi Senior Secondary School, as I earlier told you, I've not seen Masindi MSS beat Masesco in just the recent years. The recent past years, I've not seen Masindi Army SS beating that is Masesco. And of course, as it happens now, I expect this is good game of football. As though Army has lost yet so far, but they are also displaying some good football, a good piece of football, and a credit goes to their coach Ismail Mawazo, who is featuring legendary coach. That is Ismail. That is Godwin Isamba. Godwin Isamba, as I told you, is one of the most established coaches here. Was produced a lot of talents in the region, and is still doing wonders here. And I can tell you nothing else than total football happening here. Goalkeeper Lazarus grabs it well for Masindi MSS. Masindi MSS are being led by 2 goals, 2-0. And any time from now, we could be seeing the referee planning to add more money. Now, again, Anthony Kato for Masesco is still down. Anthony Kato goes for the 3rd time on ground in this one single game. He seems not to be fine. Anthony Kato for Masesco. We can just wait and see if we can continue with these are very few minutes left up to the end of this game. But it's still on. Thank you guys watching TtvUganda. Our official, and of course, just know we love you so much. And of course, Emron Andu Paraka is bringing you a voice behind the commentary. And of course, guys could be enjoying this as well. I know that is my wife, my babe, my only one. That is Julia Yesiga. Could also be enjoying this from Kijura there. Julia Yesiga Kiki, a fan of Manu when Manu wins. Also a fan of Arsenal when Arsenal wins. She's there. She hasn't yet decided, but I know with time she could be supporting one of the 2 clubs, Julia Yesiga Kiki. And of course, her saying hi to all those sisters of yours, that is Sophie, Madina, and the rest of those that team, they at Kijura Central Market. We love you so much, of course. TtvUganda official brings you this, and the game is still on. And of course, Masindi MSS playing some good game of football. Ochira Dennis Abi says that he can really change these results, featuring Mawazo. And of course, when you look at the possession in second half, Masindi MSS really deserved to have a goal. But I think luck was not on their side, In football, you can't come with your luck. You can't come with everything. But now, when you can't come with a better squad, you can't come with everything. But when it comes to luck, you may not succeed. And of course, the game is ended here. Masindi Senior Secondary School Masesco goes with the bragging rights. They are the champions of Masindi Municipality, a Uganda Secondary School Sports Association trophy. Masindi Secondary School beats Masindi MSS at 2-0. And the goal came from JB, and of course JB also was in the build-up of the second goal. We are seeing Masindi Secondary School, they are jubilating, they have the bragging rights, and next we shall be bringing you some brief interviews from some of the officials from the 2 teams, and also the soccer lovers around the PTS Kabarie. Excitement is still on, expect nothing else than total excitement in Kijura today.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, that has been here live at Kabarie Police Training School, and of course, what do you expect? Full time, it has been 0 for Masindi Army. And of course, the prediction for Joab also comes to win. And of course, guess what? Of course, the prediction for Joab comes to win. Comes to win as 0 for Masindi Army. And of course, 0 for Masindi Secondary 2 for Masindi Secondary School. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is what it does. Of course, the champions are going to be crowned. Security is tight. Security is beyond what maybe you think. And of course, we shall be having some of the exclusive interview from the persons near here. And of course, they will tell us what do they think. What do they have to speak, and what do they have to tell us? What is going on? What should we expect after this? What's going to be on after this match? Of course, students are outside. You will see a little celebration out of the students, those who are allowed to enter. But of course, if you see the camera which is outside, you will see that the number of people, a number of students who are out. The goalkeeper for Masindi Army Secondary School is being carried on top. On camera number 1, that's from Ben Kiz. The goalkeeper is being carried on top. That's from Masindi Secondary School. Kirungi Eden was the best to not to do this not to happen as it was expected. But of course, we are live here at Kabarie Police Training School. Emron.
Okay, and of course I can see the OBs of Masesco being led by, that is the chairperson Central Division, that is Isaac Bongomin. They are jubilating here, and of course they saying this is the best. I can see the municipal speaker Tadis is also here celebrating the victory for Masesco, and a lot of guys are there, and goalkeeper Eden is being carried up for keeping a clean sheet. It's not easy to keep a clean sheet if you cannot really do it like the way the gears do it. You may not manage to keep a clean sheet. So far, and of course, one of the OBs of Masindi Army SS, that is called Solex Komusei, is not enjoying this, but so far, that is it. Masindi Army SS loses this to Masesco, and Masesco has the bragging rights in town, bragging rights in Kijura, and next we shall be giving you interviews, but still we are bringing you coverage. Of course, there's a trophy awarding and some other events live on TTV Official Uganda. Masesco full time goes with 2 goals, and Masindi Army SS with 0, and that is how it goes. And the finals of Masindi Municipality, Uganda Secondary Schools Sports Association. Masesco has really won this, but remember, Masindi Army SS also won the one of a trophy, one of ladies from Masesco, and now Masesco has equalized the trophy in football, and that it comes as a consolation for the Masindi Army fans. They could say, since they took that trophy, the trophy of netball, let Masesco also maybe take this on a football. But of course, football is football. Game is done. Masindi Army SS loses to Masindi Secondary School, and Masesco goes home with the bragging rights with a 2-0 victory against their rivals from Masindi Artillery Division. I can see fans here enjoying, and the way you see, I can see the deputy Masindi MSS is also here appearing on a screen. And of course, I can see the 2 deputies of Masindi MSS. Captain James Salom is there in the Manu Jersey, trying to see how this game ended. Captain James Salom, just from he has been on mission in China, is back here, and of course is on this game. I can see Tone Omule. Tone Omule is the sportsmaster there at Masesco. He's also taking some good picks there. The trophy is already being said to be awarded, and of course it will be going to Masindi Senior Secondary School. Masesco they've emerged victors or winners of today's finals. They have won this, and of course it is 2-0 in favor of that is Masesco. And of course, Masindi Army SS have really lost this, and as earlier on I told you that I've not seen Masindi Army SS beat Masesco in the recent past years, because these guys have really always proven to be having a better pedigree. As you can see from our cameras, from the screens there, we are going to be awarding trophies. Now the teams are being called to come and settle down and get the awards. Of course, that is Team Masindi Army SS. They are there in that is Army Green Jersey. I can see the coach, one of the coaches of Masindi Army SS, that is Ochira Dennis Abe. He has been on mission in Somalia. He's also there greeting the Masesco players, congratulating them on today's victory, and that is on. And of course, Coach Mawazo Isma, the head coach of Masindi Army SS, and of course, team manager, that is Richard Triagumanawe, the history master at Masindi Army SS, is also there, and of course trying to see how things go on. As you can see, a lot of officials are there, and of course, and Chairman LC3, that is Isaac Bongomin for Central Division Masindi Municipality, who also happens to be on the board of Masindi Secondary School, and at the same time he happens to be actually the chairman PTA Masindi Secondary School, and an OB as well. He is here to see his team go home with the bragging rights, and of course that is how it has been here at that is PTS Cavalier grounds, where we brought you live this game. And of course that was Masesco taking on Masindi MSS, and Masesco led in the half time and doubled their lead in the second half. Just with 8 minutes to the end of the clash, they ended up taking the bragging rights, and of course they are the winners of today's tournament. Of course, a lot of guys are here moving on. A lot of fans are here trying to see how things did happen, but of course Masesco are having the bragging rights, and of course communication is on from some of the officials there, and I expect nothing else than awarding of the trophy, and we really set off and leave at the barracks and go back to the town, because remember the barracks is quite a number of kilometers from town, and that is why now we are away from the town and we are in the barracks, and of course we are not used to being in the barracks, and we expect that anytime we shall be going back to town to see how it happens. And communication is on. Communication is on from different guys. Communication is on, and we are just waiting to see the trophy being awarded, and some other award is going to the victory team.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we shall just wait for this live commentary, and we have failed to see how we can make it happen here in Masindi. But of course, the reason is they are very far from where we are, and of course we are trying to see how we can push, where we can see how we can try to give you this live audience. But of course, we shall be bringing in some live, small live exclusive interview, and of course people will tell us what do they think, and what do they really think of, and what can they really explain to us, what can they really tell us, what can they really what do they speak about this match which has happened just now. And of course, Emron and Paraka, you can see him organizing his other team, which is going to be making it happen, for the next live interview. But of course, as we wait for the trophy to be awarded, we shall be bringing for you live. Let's tune back to Emron on Paraka.
Okay, and of course, still live on TtvUganda, I need to give credit to the security team, the armed police officers, the UPDF officers. They have really done their part. We have not seen any chaos in today's game, and if all can go well in all games, we expect the best in Masindi, because discipline is the best now. As earlier on, we had this man before here, OB of Masindi MSS, who also that was to be people's mayor. He's back here in our studios, and he's there to tell us what he expects, because I did ask him what he expected from this game, and I don't know if his comment still stands.
Thank you once again. Unfortunately, last time I predicted MSK were winning this game, but that's the game. That's how football is. At the end of the day, there is a winner and there is a loser. Zanobi, the oldest student of Masindi MSK, of course, I was supporting Masindi MSK as my team. We have lost Masindi second goal. But at least the good news is the struggle is still continuing. We're going for the district, and I'm pretty sure we shall again qualify for regionals, because our agenda is the nationals this year. And at the end of the day, we shall be the champions of this tournament. I want to appreciate all the two teams. The discipline, the officiation was really good. And as you know, football, once you sleep a bit, that's how we considered the second goal, and we lost it out. And but all in all, I need to congratulate Masindi Secondary, who are winners, and the runners up, my school, Masindi Secondary School.
Okay, that was a comment from Solex Komsei, that is Solomon Komuruga, telling us his side. He did predict that Masindi MSS would make a comeback, but it has not really happened. You know, Masindi MSS could not make the comeback since they are not Manu, the king of comebacks. They did not make this happen. But of course, I has considered that they have lost this genuinely. They made some slight mistakes which costed them, and it was advantageous to the Masesco side. We expect next time better. He says the next agenda is Masindi MSS playing regionals and nationals as well. I don't know. How are you going to do this? After losing to Masesco in the finals of the municipality, what do you expect can be added on to see that Masindi MSS does better at the regional level, at the district level, the regionals, and the national? You did tell us that you are on the board of a representative on the board of Masindi MSS. So what are you going to put on the board to see that our team really goes to greater heights?
Thank you once again. Like you say, like you asked, what is that unique we're going to do? Make sure that we come back. All in all, what we know, football is a psychological game. Is how you get prepared that you get back. As the MSK, we're not lacking anything at all. It's finances, technically, what have you. We have all it takes. But all in all, we just need to get more psychologically prepared, the victory will be for us. Because as I tell you once again, we are not lacking anything. Financially, technically, the morale is high, but what we only need to do is more preparations psychologically, and we shall bounce back. Like, I need to tell the viewers that for the ladies, it is already done. Of course, this is not news. We are already the champions for the girls, and we beat Masindi second. I think this time it was the reconciliation for Masindi second, because we had to divide. Of course, when you look around the big schools now, Masindi second, Masindi Ame second were leading. Ame second were leading. Kabalega there, Masindi second, and other schools coming. So I think it is not a surprise that we have to divide this trophy. Masesco taking for males at the municipal level, and the municipal ladies taking Masindi Ame secondary. But I promise, once again, Masindi Ame secondary will take both for ladies and gents.
As I earlier said this, I expected this from one of the fans of Masindi Ame that they will console themselves with the female trophy, the netball trophy that they took from Masesco. They will say that, okay, since they took the other one, maybe let Masesco also take this. I've heard it from the OB himself. He has just said that maybe they decided to divide this, but I know he wanted to take both of them, but it did not happen. But that is football. And of course, the next time better. It was good having you here, and of course, I'm getting more guys to the studios to come and really. You have one last comment?
Finally, as I wind up, I'm pretty sure that our boys losing, this was God's arrangement. This one, I learned it from our Archbishop, His Grace, when Arsenal lost to Everton. He had to, the next Sunday was the preacher, and he told the congregation, I think, God wanted Arsenal also to feel pain like other teams do. And I think this time, God just wanted to balance the team, that also Ame second will feel the pain like what Masesco felt last time when they were losing to the ladies. Thank you, viewers. Thank you once again.
Well, thank you very much. That was my guest here in the studios, and I'm bringing in another big guest, and he happens to be a teacher at Masindi Secondary School, Masesco, and I guess he's an OB. At the same time, he's the speaker of Masindi Municipality. He has a lot of titles, though they may not be matching with his size, but I know he will just introduce himself here.
Okay, thank you, viewers. My name is Tadeo. I am a teacher at Masesco, and I am proud to be a teacher in Masesco because Masesco is a winning team. And besides that, I'm also a politician, just like you did say. I'm the speaker of Masindi Municipality. So I'm really happy for this moment. As a school, we are celebrating, and we have been celebrating for some good time because we are known as winners in the municipality and in the district. So I want to join you. I want you to join us as well. We celebrate together with Masindi Saints for winning the trophy.
Okay, very good. You happen to double it the other side. You're in education and you're in politics. Now, what is not happening at the municipal level that we can't have the finals at our own King George Municipal Stadium, that we have to look for barracks to have the finals of this game? What is not happening? They are saying the teachers are failing, all the schools are failing to control their learners, the students, and at the same time, maybe the municipality is not getting enough security. What is not happening? You being the speaker this side, this way teacher, why do you think that this game was brought to PTS Kabari?
Yeah, firstly, I want to express my disappointment. As a leader in the area, I'm so disappointed. Well, I had the committee for sports sat and came up with this decision. But to me as a leader and as a modern leader, because days are now modern, we are no longer in the other 8 years times. Hey, making a decision that the games be played outside and not at Masindi Stadium wasn't a big error. But choosing again Kabari grounds, which is not well leveled, which is, I would in bad terms say it is backward, because we can't play on this kind of mountainous, it doesn't make sense to me. So as a person, as a speaker, I want to express my disappointment. Earlier on, I was sharing with my finance minister, who also was here earlier, and I told him that some of these things happening, we should not allow them to continue next time. Because you can't imagine that a semi-final is played in a better playground, and then the final that holds value, you bring it again and it is played in this kind of playground. This one we can't accept it. And I want to assure you, the journalists, I want to assure the viewers that next time we shall not have finals played here, because this is not the kind of quality that we are not promoting quality. We are training these footballers for national duties. Now you can't train them for national duties when they are playing in this kind of playground. So we are not happy with this, and I can assure you we are going to fight this as Masindi municipality, and as a speaker, I will also use my powers to see that next time the games are played from Masindi Stadium, and it is our duty, of course, to offer the security.
Maybe before you can fight these games being played from PTS Cavalier, as municipality, don't you have plans of improving these pitches so that we have more pitches at that level of Masindi municipality, of Masindi Stadium?
Yeah, thank you. As a municipality, of course, we own Masindi Stadium. That is our own playground, and we have better plans of developing it. But it now beats my understanding that we are planning to develop a stadium, and then we are running away from the stadium that is supposed to be better. So that one beats my understanding. It is true. Cavalier is also, of course, this is part of government, and as a government leader, we would also wish that the playground itself is improved. But it's still the practice of leaving a better playground, then you run to a wrong playground. That one you are not going to allow it, because it is happening in the name of security. But the football is not only for the schools. Football is not only for the security personnel. Football is for the entire community. The parents also want to watch their children play. The teachers want to watch their children play. The students themselves. The Masesco has a population of around 1,800 students. But see the number that has come to support. It's a very small number. So in this case, we are not going to allow it. I can assure you, journalists, next time we shall not come back here. We are going to use our powers to see that all these games are played. Maybe they should have taken it to Davu Stadium, because Davu is more developed, but not to bring it here. And besides that, we have enough personnel, enough security personnel. So that excuse does not hold any form of water to me.
Okay, that is the municipal speaker a bit bitter with the decision of this game being played here at Cavalier Grounds. But also, I think he has said he will look into it. We need better pitches in the stadium, as he has just said. Of course, he has been a good guest. Let him say one word or two, and he leaves for another person to be right here.
Okay, thank you, journalists. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you for the viewers. I want to also congratulate my own team, as Cindy says. Thank you for making us proud as teachers, as Masindi municipal leaders. We are so happy, and we are promising you support. Please, even a losing side, please. Of course, we know it has not been easy on your side, but that is a game. It is a win and a losing. We want to appreciate you for the time you have given us. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. That happens to be a teacher from Masindi Secondary School, and of course, at the same time, he is the speaker. And next is the sports master, Masindi Senior Secondary School. Now, he has ever been a teacher at Masindi Army SS, and also taught me myself. I don't know now, this time round, football has divided us, and surprisingly, I know part of his family is at Masindi Army SS, and now is this of Masindi. Okay, that is that. Is here in the studios. How do you feel that is Mr. Tony Omule after this game? I'm seeing your school getting the bragging rights with a 2-win victory. What do you have to tell us? What is that unique thing at Masesco that you're beating the Cavaliers, you're beating the Masindi Armies, you're beating all the other schools that come by your side? I heard you did beat some teams over 10 goals. I don't know. What is that unique thing you're doing to your boys?
I'm just very happy for this day at Masesco. Or Masindi says, we are just starting our academy. So we promise the viewers, the community, that we shall do our best to make sure our school is always on top. So we are doing training almost throughout the year, and we have the coach. So that is another unique thing that we are trying to add. So the coach is there 24 hours, the boys are there, and the editor is also very supportive, plus the staff. Thank you.
Hey, I think there is some unique thing happening at Masesco, that they are doing training throughout the year. Some schools, I guess they do training when it's time for sports, or when it's time for football. It's when they think of training football. Now, Masesco does training throughout the year. The head teacher is supportive. Also, I guess there are some other schools where the head teachers are not supportive. That is some unique thing. So we are expecting a lot from that is Masesco, and of course we think after here they may be progressing to high height. But last year we saw Masesco performing better at the municipal level. Masesco performed better at the district level. When it went to regionals, then Masesco disappointed its fans. I think that's the right word I can use. Masesco disappointed. We expected Masesco to proceed up nationals, but only to see the team which lost to Masesco several times, Kabale, the SS, is the one which again made Masindi proud and Bunyoro proud. What happened when it came to regionals? Do we say you only train for teams around here and you leave some other levels for the journals, or?
Last year, we were the team of the year up to regions. We played the semi-finals with Kawalega and they beat us on penalties. But on top of that one, we met them at municipality level, we beat them. We met them at the district level, we beat them. So when we went for regionals, the boys were very tired. But nevertheless, we were invited for the national. We have the evidence, we have the letter. But only that we ran out of cash. So that is why we did not go. But this year we are going to photo. We are very determined. We shall go to the photo. Thank you.
Okay, now Masesco was actually invited for nationals after some other issues and the sagas, and I think there were some financial constraints. That's what he has just mentioned here, and that is happening in a lot of schools. We also didn't see Kiguma Royal proceeding for the nationals because of financial constraints, and that's why we saw that is a Kawalega going to represent Masindi. So that does happen. We cannot actually rule it out. It does happen, but of course, Master Tony could be having a 1 or 2 last words, and then I get another guest into the studios.
I'm just calling upon you to come and support Masesco. We are ready and willing to welcome everybody. So we promise you that we shall try our best to make sure Masesco in sports shines. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. That was the Tony Sportsmaster Masesco, and I'm getting you right another guest here in the studios, and I guess he is the sports officer at Masindi District. He also has a couple of questions to answer here. Straight away, you will start by telling us why did we decide to play a semi-finals on a better pitch and finals on a poor pitch from people's perspective. That's what they say.
Thank you very much. Really, we didn't. They not played the finals on a poor pitch. Equally this pitch is standard because the matches it had some bare ground, but it is standard. And the reason why we moved out from town, the better pitch, if you are calling, is because we wanted to limit and prevent some chaos which would arise as a result of fans trying to enter the stadium in protest, maybe either against the referees' decisions, but this is because last season's competitions we had a lot of disturbances from fans, so that's why we had to move out from town and allowed only a few spectators as well as the players and club officials. That's the reason why we moved out from town to come and play in such a place.
Okay, you happen to be the sports officer, and I guess your office is just a few meters away from the head of security, that is the RDC's office. I don't know, what plans do you have? Why didn't the sports office go to the security office to see that we can beef up the security at Masini Stadium and we have this game played around town for our soccer lovers?
Yeah, thank you very much once again. This decision, come decide, is not reached at as one man's decision, but it was a collective decision that was agreed upon from, first of all the head teachers of secondary schools, Masindi, and also the security team. Before we resolved to come here, we met the security team at the district level, of course led by our RDC, and who okayed it together with the DPC to come this side. However, this is just temporal. You never know, at district level we need to go back to the stadium. So everybody was involved in deciding why we should come this side. Thank you.
Okay, I think now we have another good pitch in Masindi at Lare Division, that is in Masindi Army Barracks there. I don't know why we decided to move up to Kabalia when we also have another pitch there, which is good when it comes to security. So why did you opt for Kabale? Is it because Masindi MSS progressed to the finals, or the decision was made, the decision of Kabale was made before even Masindi MSS made it to the finals?
Yeah. Actually, if you looked at our program, our roadmap before this game started, we had the two options. That is Masindi Army Barracks and the Kabale PTS. So, but we resolved that in case Army Second goes to the finals, then we shift from Masindi Army Barracks to this side of Kabale. That's the reason why we have come this side, simply because Army Secondary has been involved in the finals.
Okay, thank you very much. That was Isingo Maso, the sports officer Masindi. So he didn't mention his name. He's Isingo Man, is one of the men behind the success of Boma FC. I still promise you, the viewers, that we shall be bringing you live celebrations, and in the studios that we bring you some soccer lovers who have really left some of their businesses or some of the activities that they do in town to come and be here to watch this game. And this Peter Mats, I guess, right? It could be Peter Mats. I'm going to confirm when he just says his name is here.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, fellow listeners and viewers. Peter Mats, my name is marketing manager, St. George FC. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, Peter Mats, you have just enjoyed the game of football here. The fact that it was put in a distant place from you, you made it to Kabale and you were able to come and watch it here. It was Masesco up against Masindi Army. I don't know which team you have been supporting because I don't remember you studying in one of the schools, but I guess you were supporting football. I don't know which team you are supporting, and how has the game been, and have you lost or your team has won?
To me, it's anything to do with soccer, I am present. Yes, anything to do with soccer, I am very present. Be it anywhere. Even if you tell me there is a game in Uganda, I am going. Yes. Particularly here, I just came to support my boys, my team, St. George FC. I have players in both camps. But so to me, it's also like a sporting project for me to see the players we have, and then our boys, and how far we can push them, just like soccer.
How have your boys transpired in the game? Have they disappointed you, or they did what you expected them to do?
As I said, from both sides, we have players. So to me, it was 50-50. But yes, I have players, in Masesco, I have my players as well. So it's a success for me personally, and then for my players, and also St. George FC as a team, as a mother club for those players.
Okay, what's that one general comment you want to leave for the soccer lovers who have not made it here? What have they missed, and what do you want them to not miss again? And that one general comment coming from you to all the other sports fraternity outside.
My message is general. Please, let's love soccer. Let's invest in football. My dear parents, yes, head teachers, everyone, the community itself, please, if you have a kid and you see some special talent in the kid, just protect the kid and support him or her. Soccer and football itself has really pushed people very, very far. Yes. Already we have one player from Masindi playing at the national level. We really hope to see very many coming from down here, from our villages, from our schools, to get from our district, our region as well. Once that player wins, Bunyoro is winning, Uganda is winning, and Masindi is winning.
Okay, thank you very much, Peter Mats, for your time. And of course, that has been a TTV official. And I'm bringing you another guest. I will be introducing himself. I know he will be introducing himself right here. He just came to watch this game in some unique gun boots. I don't know why, but of course, that is him. He loves football as well. He's an OB of that is the Masindi Senior Secondary School. He was there and he did some course, made some noise there, I remember. So he will talk about himself much, and I will bring him a couple of questions as well.
Yes, of course. Moderator, bring us people.
Of course, he's showing us is the proud OB of Masindi Senior Secondary School. Those days, I remember, some years back he was there. He was a student there. And of course, he's telling us he's now proud because he's putting on his school's jersey here.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm by the names Kabugo Sali Swale. During our time in Masindi Secondary, I worked as the head prefect 2008-2009.
I served for 2 years until I finished my A-level. I was doing a combination of make stroke art, and I was a very good artist. So I did my art. I got a B. I got a B. Then I got a C in mathematics. Then others I got a B and a D. So I had to try to go to a college, that is Masindi College, that is NTC. I studied my diploma in art and design in education. So as here, the OB has come to support my school. After March, in army, I went there as a cadre trainer. I worked as a parade RSM. Parade RSM. My ladies and gentlemen, also there you can understand what it means by parade RSM. Yes, so that's what I did in army. But as for now, I'm a supporter, an OB of this school, Masindi Secondary School, and I've come to win the game, as it has been in history that I've won this trophy in 8 times since I joined Masindi Secondary up to now. So I'm very happy and glad. I thank the management, the coach, I thank the school, the head teacher, that everything has been going in very well. Up to now, we are still pushing on, and we are going to go further for the district, and we go to the nationals as Masindi Secondary team.
Okay, thank you. That was Swale Kabugo coming there, OB Masindi Secondary School.
And greeting my people here. I greet all my family, plus my OBs and OGs.
Okay, thank you very much, Swale. And of course, Semra Nondu Paraka, we are saying that now we are in the celebration that side. Masesco being crowned the champions of the Uganda Secondary Schools Sports Association Municipality this year 2023. Masesco being crowned. Of course, they've been crowned the champions after beating Masindi MSS 2-0. A goal came from half time, and again second half they doubled their lead and they emerged the winners, and they now have the bragging rights and the Masesco team, and of course again it's Masindi MSS. Going on is the celebrations that we are seeing, the flags of Masesco being raised high, and of course they're being awarded a trophy, and nothing else is coming up after this. And of course Masesco, they are just ready to be crowned. Masindi Ame a bit disappointed today, and of course Masesco have the bragging rights. I can see coach Mawazo Isma, that is head coach Masindi Ame, says Masesco finally been crowned the champions of 2023 USSSA Masindi Municipality after beating Masindi Ame in the finals 2-0. Jebi was on the score sheet, and of course the second goal also coming in second half, and of course Masesco took the bragging rights. Masesco are the champions. Now they proceed, and of course as well as Masindi Ame to the next level. They will be meeting the teams from Abuja and Bururi. That will be the district, and of course we expect nothing else, and of course we expect nothing else. And the Masesco captain is right here in the studios. He will be telling us his names and of course how he feels. In the studios of TtvUganda official is the Masesco captain. I'll be requesting him to tell us his names, and of course he will be also telling us how he feels after winning this game.
I'm Kato James, as a student of Masindi SS. I'm really proud as we won it last year, as we are defending champions. We have still maintained our courage. We have made it. I thank the coaches, the organizers, the teachers, the Masindi SS staff members who managed to give us all the requirements so that we can make it reach on this success day. I thank God for that.
Okay, last year we did see Masesco win this trophy at the municipality level and at the district level, but when it came to regionals, we saw Masesco disappointing a lot of the fans, and we saw the Kabalega, which lost several times to Masesco, emerging as the best team from the regionals and also making Masindi and Bunyoro proud at the national level. What did happen to Masesco, and what is that you're going to do this year that we are not going to be disappointed, the fans of Masesco, this time round?
What happened on regionals, actually it was on God's wish, because we did our best. But I promise this year we are going to, as we have managed to make it on municipal, we are still going to make it on district, and still on regional. We are going to make it as Masindi district is hosting regionals, as we qualify for nationals in Fort Portal.
Okay, the captain Masesco says that they need to qualify for nationals in Fort Portal, and they are saying, I say that they are not going to disappoint us this time round. I just want one player from Masesco. It's called JB. I don't know if he's near here. JB. JB is one of the guys. JB is that one guy. And maybe Kato Anton also went down several times on the pitch. I don't know. Was it time wasting technique? I don't know. But he did go on the pitch several times. JB. I need to get a comment from JB. JB is one of the outstanding players you will talk about when you talk about football in Masindi. He did make a goal and he has scored several goals so far this season. I don't know, JB, what should the fans expect from you as you make Masesco shine more and more? What should the fans expect out of you as JB with your individual brilliancy?
I promise that we are going to bring all the trophies, regionals and nationals.
Okay, the star player, and of course, you can call him Neymar, you can call him Antonio, and he does a lot of things on the pitch, JB. I says they are going to bring all the trophies at this level, the regional, the national. We are waiting to see if we can do that individual brilliance, just like Alan Okello has done it before with Kibuli and some other schools. We have seen guys at the Franca Zagas are doing it for their schools and even for the teams. So JB says he's going to do it as well. I have a lot of guests here in the studios, and of course I will be getting them back. I'll be getting them here to get some comments. This is a teacher at Masindi Secondary School, and of course Masindi Secondary School head teacher is here, and of course there is one comment. There is one comment I'll get from her. That is after she has introduced herself and talked what she has to say. I'll be getting her one last comment also at some later stage.
My name is Nekaswe Agnes, head teacher, Masindi Secondary School. I'm happy and proud of Masindi Secondary School team for the wonderful work that they've done. Automatically, we are the defending champion of the municipality trophy. We had it last year, and I'm so proud and I thank God that we have defended it once again and we've taken it back. So this, I give thanks to God. I thank my team, one, for the skills they have exhibited, the discipline they have exhibited. I also thank the teamwork from the coaches, from the teachers, and whoever is involved. I cannot fail to thank the organizing committee, that is the Masindi Teachers Association for Curricular Department. I thank them so much for the wonderful work they've done, for the good organization they've done, and for seeing that our learners' talents are promoted.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Teacher. We are seeing that the talents are promoted and everything is well. We have evidence that Masesco last season was supposed to go and participate at the nationals. You were given a letter after some other schools could not make it, but the resource envelope was not big enough to take the school. I don't know this time around. I may not look into your resource envelope, but I just need some confirmation whether if these boys make it that level, we shall be able to make it there.
I can say myself, I'm sports oriented, and I played netball and football, and I was an athlete too. I know what it means for a team to qualify and it does not go to the right stage. So with this, what I can say is that last year we had not prepared enough, but this year we are prepared for all levels. As long as my team qualifies, I'm willing to take it up.
Thank you very much. You played netball, but the team is not doing well in netball. It's losing to Miami several times. I don't know. Are you putting much efforts in football and leaving netball out?
What you need to know is soccer is soccer. And every time there is a winner and a loser. The other time we were defending champion of the district and Ami was the defending champion of the municipality. We are still waiting for the district.
Okay, thank you very much. That was the head teacher, Masindi Senior Secondary School, Masesco, which has emerged the winners of today. And of course, we're in the finals of Uganda Secondary School Sports Association, and that is for Masindi Municipality. Masesco did beat Masindi MSS 2-0, and they have the bragging rights back to Kijura. And of course, Masindi MSS just have no bragging rights as they head back to Masindi Athletic Division. My name is Emron Onduparaka at the West Nile Upright. West Nile Indian A, Arua City's big boy. Of course, the Vice President of Journalists, Masindi Bulisa and Kirianongo. That was exclusive interview with the fans and the officials, TTV Uganda officials. Thank you for watching us. That was it. Next time, we shall be meeting at the same station.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, that has happened live here from Kabaria Police Training School. Guess what? Next is going to be up next of that district champion. Of course, we shall be bringing for you live on Mediacom Uganda and TTV Uganda. Thank you so much for all those who have been on. And of course, we expect the best than ever before. Everybody and every view you have had live at the control and the command center. Thank you so much, Emron Anduparaka, the boy from the other side, for making it happen than never before. And thank you so much, Nabzagawa Camera 1, Ben Kids Camera 2, and of course, John's in the control room. Of course, we have our own, that's the sound engineer. The sound now you're getting, that's none other than Michael. Of course, my name is Joel Tikasimile, Akika Msozi Mwana Wakaka, Mokamata Nidira Pera, TTV Uganda, Mediacom Uganda. Peace and love.